Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button. I craft sustainably, junk journal, slow stitch. Today I'm junk journaling for Junk Journal in July, which is something that I'm doing in collaboration with Sandra from Be Happy Stationery and myriad other creators, kind of smaller creators. We're kind of doing it for the small creators. It's really good. I'm enjoying it. We're on day 27. I can't believe we're on day 27. We're near the end of Junk Journal July. I'm a bit wistful. It's been wonderful. It still is wonderful. I've still got a few more days. So let's get into it. So, day 27, and that is labels. Throughout this journal, I've used three main sources for imagery. Well, four main sources for imagery. I've used black and white photos, vintage photos, or printed black and white photos to make fairies. I've also kind of harvested a lot of flower fairies from a flower fairy book. Let me get my pack of what I've got left. I still have loads left. I will be making journals from that £1 book from a charity shop for some time to come. And I've also been using flower images from a field guide book that is quite old and has wonderful images, and Be Happy Stationery's Herbology kit. So the things together, that four basic things. I've also used my own stamped images, but the four basic things have made for a really beautiful journal, I feel. My opinion, my journal. I've also used napkin images to make butterflies. Kind of here's the napkin that become butterflies that have been sort of backed onto book page and then cut out, gives an extra layer and depth. And what I love is about using all these resources, putting them together, and then you do get that sort of depth of a journal because it's lots of different sources of stuff. So what are we going to do today? I've taken one of my flower fairy images and I've put some red bush tea just with a brush, sploshed it on and around, let it dry, and I've kind of put a little gusset. So it could be a pocket, but it doesn't have to be. So that's there. I'm sorry that went out of focus then. So we have that. Then I've cut out flowers from what was just on my desk, a sheet of the page out of this book that was just on my desk. I quite liked this spiky thing, and that's going to go there. I've took the label off the page. I've got that with another little pile of labels on the top of my glue pot. So we're going to come and use that as the finishing touch. I've just found a buttercup from all of that stuff. So we'll be arranging them. And I think we're going to work our way from the back to the front. So we're going to put these bits to the side. And the label aspect, I've gone to Be Happy. And in the Herbology kit, there are lots of labels. Now the labels I'm going to put on these flowers and plants are not necessarily going to correspond. It's an artistic interpretation. But what I thought I would do is, there's a whole sheet of these little labels, and some of them are blank, so you could write your own things on. But I just want wordage. I don't necessarily want it to correspond. This is just about wordage, really. So I'm going to cut these little labels out, and then I'm going to sort of make little flags that are wrap around the flowers somehow. We'll outline them in gold because it's me and it's what I do. We've also got these bigger labels that I might slot in. They might become something that goes into that pocket and become journaling cards. We'll just see. See how we go. We might put a few of our napkin butterflies on, or I might just leave it with a fairy being the star of the show. Yeah, I really enjoyed using the flower fairies. I really enjoyed using, I felt like the Be Happy stuff's been my meat and potato, sort of, the basis of a meal when you're making a recipe. And then all the other bits have been like seasoning. It's been a good thing. So I'm off work today. It's Friday the 25th. And I just thought, what am I going to do with my day? I'm just going to sit and I'm going to journal. See how many videos, how many pages I can do. Because actually that's one of the, I like to craft that way. I like to sort of just go through and do things. So we're going to do that. I'll just keep filming as I go. Right, I'm going to go all around the outside of these, and I'll see you back on the other side of that. Okay, I'm back. So I've done all my little labels. I hope I've done enough. I'm sure I have. And I've also got my flowers. So I think what I want to do now is make a way of sort of just wrapping the labels around the flowers. Now, like I said, they don't correspond at all, but I'm not worried about that. So here we are. We've got echinacea. Doesn't look like echinacea at all. But I'm just going to make a little flat. In fact, I might even do it halfway, like that. The noise in the background is a teenager enjoying herself. There we go. Like that. So they're sort of, they're kind of labels, but they're, oh, that does look like chamomile. Let's have that as chamomile. We want them at slightly different heights. That means bending in that leaf. Just sort of bending them now. We'll glue them in a while because I want to be able to play around with the heights. Okay, we'll have you as lemon balm, even though I know this is not what lemon balm looks like. It's just about creating the notion that they've been sort of, that they're labelled. I can do that. Let's look at co-parsley. We could have it as wild garlic. Again, we'll just take it so that it's not the full word. Just fold it directly in half. There we go. Oh, nettles do have little flowers. Let's have that towards the bottom. What are you, basil? There's actually some sort of thistle, but we'll have it called acisil or acyl. There we go. It could just be folded over. Right. Let's have a line up of where we want things. I think we will have that here. Then we'll have the little purpley one. With its label there, and the labels can overlap. Then let's have another whitish one. Oh, I like it. And we can just futz around. Put chamomile towards the top. There we go. Have the buttercups pretending they're chamomiles, but they're an echinacea. Okay. Let's move that to there. that. Oh, I like it. I like it. It's just giving like another layer. Where's my little glue? Okay. Okay, there we go. Right, so now we can have nettles coming up here. They can overlap a little bit. Caramel there. But I want this one to go behind it. So let's take chamomile out for a minute. Do that. Then chamomile can go there. And the not basil, basil. Can go there. A little thing there. This can go here. Top. So it's kind of like I don't know, it's like a garden, isn't it, or a shop where you all that there. Okay. Put the bright colour on the front, just sort of overlapping them. Okay. So we can put this here. I have no idea what these flowers are actually. And you know what? That's not important. It's not a fly on the wall documentary. I like it. It's just a nice pretty picture. We'll make this like a tuck spot. I think we'll just put a dot of glue on the top. There we go. Oop. Try baby wipe. Get rid of that. So I cut some of the labels, and then they could come in here and be like journaling cards, and I've cut 3 out because an odd number is pleasing to me. And then using my stash, I'm just going to put some more labels here. I don't like the blue. So that denotes what day it is. There we go. Put any extra bits here that needs to be. It's coming together really quickly. Oh, she said, splotching glue everywhere. More haste, less speed. And then I'm going to stick it almost back where it was originally on the page. But so that it's sort of tucked away, and it says labels. This is a really simple page, but I think it's quite effective. Made a nice little vignette. Do we want a butterfly? Do we want? I've got like odd ends of butterflies. I could have one. Could have one on the label actually. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll be done. Shall we see if we could cut the antennae out? I really get the feeling that I'm using all the bits up. When you come to an end of a project, I've saved some bits because I knew labels was coming, so that's why I saved these labelly bits out of the kit. And there's some tickets as well that I'll augment with my own tickets that I make myself for the next day. Yeah, it's kind of nicely coming together. There we go. That's it. Might be the shortest video I made. I did do the pause thing halfway through. Cute page. Enjoyable page. And I think that that is the main thing. Getting your head into your hands, enjoying yourself, creating something that's beautiful that you can keep your own little bit of art. So, I look forward to tomorrow, which is tickets and tags. I'll see you then. Bye bye.